Oh hey, how's it going? I'm just replying to your DMs. You guys asked some really awesome questions. Let's just see that. Should I use hashtags in IGTV videos? Yes, of course. We need this video. Intro. Salutations everybody, my name is Benjamin Brandon. If you are new here, this channel is all about vertical video. I've dedicated this channel to teach you everything that I do from a vertical filmmaking perspective, IGTV, whatever. So if that sounds like your bag, baby, totally hit that subscribe button and notification bell because, you know, I don't ever know when I'm gonna upload. And with that said, let's move on into very particular things you need to learn about Instagram TV. First off, this video will be split into 2 parts, teaching you a total of 8 things that you need to learn about Instagram TV. And since there's 8 tips, 2 videos, today will be 4 things you will learn about Instagram TV. I can do math. So the motivation of this video is literally Instagram DMs. I am fortunate enough to have a lot of you message me on Instagram asking, you know, my advice in regards to IGTV from a strategy perspective, a content perspective, video production, vert, all that. You be asking and I be telling. So let's get into 4 things to learn about Instagram TV, shall we? Tip number 1, when it comes to descriptions, use an external app. Yeah, that's right, Home Skillet. And here's the reason why. As you can see here, especially on desktop, the UI is super annoying because it doesn't expand as you type. So you can't drag that box up or down to make it bigger or smaller depending on how much you're typing. Super annoying. This was actually a question that came up in the hashtag vertical video community Facebook group on Facebook. Link below if you want to join that. I'm not going to call it a glitch because it's not a glitch, it's just a UI mishap. So what you should do is create your description in an external app, whether it's a word processor or personally I just use Notes. Type in everything that you need in regards to your description, add your external links, and make sure you use hashtags. We'll be getting to that one, trust me. And the cool thing about Instagram in general is it keeps your formatting appropriately too, so whether it's line breaks or anything like that, you can just copy and paste right into the IGTV app or the uploader on your desktop. And also just looks better too. So just keep that in mind. Let's move on to number 2. IGTV pro tip number 2, beware of the thumbnail safe zone. Now this is another one of those learn from my mistakes situations. As you can see in some of these thumbnails here, some of my text is covered and just doesn't look the greatest. So I'm sure you've noticed when you made that sweet tasty thumbnail and you're ready to upload it into your IGTV videos and send it out to the masses, you just get so excited and you just hit the publish and draft button and just, oh, it's covered with the UI. Ugh. And just to make the point more thorough, here's an example of a bad IGTV thumbnail not using the safe zone. And here is an example of a good thumbnail with the IGTV safe zone in mind. The easiest way to think about the safe zone is just add any important visual elements of your thumbnail in the middle. The technical way to explain it is keeping in mind the dimensions of 420 by 654 or a 1:1 ratio. So if you're a boss in Photoshop, that makes some sense to you. Now when I talk about the UI covering your thumbnail, there are 3 key elements within that UI that you need to look out for. The first is your video title displayed by IGTV. The second is the video length marker up at the top right corner. And the third one you've probably seen here and there, and that is a circle with a checkbox at the top left corner. That's IGTV's symbol of letting you know that you've watched this video or a completed video watch. Now the way I personally avoid all of these is I've created a Photoshop template in which I always use for my thumbnails, and I just kind of have the every visual element marker right there in the template. So when I add my photo and all the visual elements, I make sure I know where the safe zone is so I don't do, that, because that just, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, I gotta tell you. And great news, I will provide that template for you and it's free, so you know, I'm broke son, I'm sure you are too. This YouTube thing ain't cheap. Anyway, it's linked below for you to have as well so you can use it for your IGTV thumbnails because I'm all about supporting the IGTV-ness, the hashtag vert. So once you use that template or either keep in mind the safe zone, you can defer to tip number 3, which is an Instagram TV thumbnail preview hack. Yes, I know, crazy. Now, as IGTV is still technically kind of a beta thing, it's not even a year old yet, there are some very annoying things such as the description in tip number 1, but this is also another annoying thing. You can't preview your IGTV thumbnails and you can't modify them, which means if you upload them the first time, that's it, dog. So keep that in mind. So this hack will help you see exactly how your thumbnail looks on the Instagram UI before you publish it. I know, pretty cool. So here's what you do. For this, it's best to refer to the desktop uploader, and what you're gonna gonna do is just simply upload your IGTV video as normal, add your thumbnail, and wait for the processing to complete. And once you do, save it as a draft. And when you save it as a draft, it's essentially like YouTube's private option, in which you can just have it on the platform but no one can see it. It's the exact same thing for Instagram TV. So the cool part is you can refer to your drafts and see if that thumbnail looks good on the UI, and if it does, sweet, post it away. But let's say it doesn't look good, you didn't follow the safe zone, well, you just have to, delete it, make another thumbnail, pop it back up, rinse and repeat, all that goodness. You're welcome. Moving on. And tip number 4, I'm not gonna get crazy into it, but it's super important to understand the new IGTV preview feature. Holy moly, it's changing the world. Now, I said I wasn't gonna go too in depth into it, and that's because I made a video about this particular feature from start to finish. How to use it, why you should use it, all that goodness. I'm bringing it here in this video because people are still not aware that you can upload a 1-minute preview of your IGTV video on your Instagram feed. Your followers will see it, they get ranked hashtags. It's just a yummy process. So take me as an example. When I upload a vertical vlog organically, not even promoting it, just letting it out to the masses and letting Instagram just pop up a little notification that not many people are using right now, I typically get about 500 to 700 views just organically. Now, when this popped up, double that just right away. Boop, just 500 to 1,000, just whoa. Now keep in mind, guys, your first minute of your video needs to be extremely good and awesome for people to continue to watch. If you're wondering how long a person needs to watch a video before it's considered 1 view, yeah, that's a question I actually get asked a lot. It's over 3 seconds. So if anyone watches your video for 3 seconds, that's considered a view. It's all in a ranking hierarchy with the algorithm, where a view counts as a certain amount of points, a heart or a like counts as another point, a share counts for the most points, so on and so forth. So keep that in mind. Now that's all good, it's 3 seconds, but views aren't necessarily the most important metric on IGTV. Audience retention is. Now I go in depth with audience retention in the IGTV masterclass, which we'll talk about in a bit. If you haven't seen it already, it's an online course about IGTV and all this stuff times 10. But I mentioned in the course that audience retention is your #1 way to succeed with Instagram TV, hands down. How long people stay to watch your video is super important. The vertical videos that I've done that gone viral on Instagram TV had audience retentions of over 40%. So make sure your first minute of your video is awesome. That way people will go into that video and continue watching the rest of it. Boost your audience retention, boost your views, boost your self-esteem. Actually, don't use views to boost your self-esteem. Oh, use your mom. My mom's really good at that too. There you have it. 4 things you need to learn about Instagram TV. Now, as I mentioned, this is a 2-part video, so you will get another 4 pro tips that you need to learn in the next video, which I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload that. It will definitely be within the next 7 days, but I would totally hit notifications so that way you know when that video is out, if any of these tips help you out, of course. And if this video did provide you some value, do me a favor, here it comes, and smash that like button for me. Just take your finger, just get after it. Subscribe for more videos just like this to enhance your IGTV success and your vertical films. And I, my beautiful friends, will see you on the next IGTV pro tip video. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna disappear now. I made this tutorial, by the way, if you wanna learn how to do this. So just, it's linked down here. Okay, bye.